coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Mayfield. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's got that one complete to Darbo. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
Now this throw caught left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Roethlisberger. Open man is Switzer, complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a first down pickup of 8. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. Now Connor. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away.
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 5 now. Roethlisberger, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Zach Gentry, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's complete to Darboh. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 22-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Mike, we own it. We own it. No spacing. 44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Check. Swirl. Let's go. Hey, Echo. Let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Going deep for Moncrief. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 36 yards on the play.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 38, Roethlisberger. He'll get that one complete to counter. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's Roethlisberger, and he finds McDonald. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
And the sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
Here's Roethlisberger. This is caught. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
And partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. Okay, so you just took the big loss. Now what are you doing on 4th down?
Well, we have a change of plans now is what we have because I think they were looking at the play sheet, trying to dial something up to go for it on 4th down. But after that loss, that goes right out the window. Now you have to kick the field goal and hope to come back down the next time and score.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own
That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for Cleveland. 59 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And this will be caught inside the 10. What a grab. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down now, it's Hunt, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They'll try to run it in, going option. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Baker Mayfield with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The kickoff team on the field now as they will This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Seibert on for the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Let's go. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Following the interception, Mayfield being chased out left. It's caught by OBJ. That one goes for 30 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Kareem Hunt, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And
he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Sheldon Richardson in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They run again with Hunt. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Mayfield now from the 50. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
50's the mic. 50's the mic. We don't want this.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Steelers 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at halftime.
Try and get things kick-started for them.
And that's caught inside the 35. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Vincent Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will get them one closer. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. They'll run it here with Hunt. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Mayfield. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Roethlisberger. He's got Smith here. A gain there of 21 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Easy.
Ben to throw again. He'll get this one to Switzer. 20! And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 39 yards there, a big one. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. On 1st down, it's Samuels. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And once again, he'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to surge ahead with Connor. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. Boswell's kick is good. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
You can't block me.
Mayfield on play action. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for Cleveland. 53 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what their next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Been a long day for you.
Mayfield looks to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kevin Byard. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 30, the 20. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown.
You see me out here? That's right.
And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Connor going to try and run it, and he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. To throw, Mayfield sliding out of the pocket. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 43 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 18-yard line.
180. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
First down, Mayfield. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Now a give, right side. Hilliard, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Dontrell Hilliard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we get to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Jannard Avery racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hey, box drop.
Roethlisberger will throw. Looking deep downfield. It got his man complete. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington, 84 yards. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Now Roethlisberger will head to the line as his guys will go for 2.
53 to Mike. Hey, exit. 53. Watch the curl.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
Run. You don't want it. Mike's 50. All you get is a headache.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. Now Roethlisberger. Got an open man. It's Washington. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Morgan Burnett.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Rip right. Slam. Point it right.
They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's complete to Darboh. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
All day, dog. Jim, 133.
On the ground, it's Harris. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's